Hi friends, it's Miss Cindy again. I'm really sorry that we weren't able to be at school again today, and I miss you guys so much, but I wanted to have some story time with you today. You know, story time is one of my favorite parts of the day. So we're gonna do actually two little stories. We're just gonna walk through our first story because I know that most of you have probably heard this story before. It's a fairy tale story. It's called The Three Bears, or you might know it as Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And like I said, we're just gonna picture walk through this one because most of you probably know this story, right? Once upon a time, there were three bears and they lived in the woods. And in their house, they had a chair. Each of them, Papa Bear had the big chair, Mama Bear had the medium-sized chair, and Baby Bear had the wee little chair because he was little. Papa Bear was the biggest, he had the biggest chair. Mama Bear was medium-sized or in the middle, so she had the medium-sized chair, and Baby Bear was little, so he had the littlest chair. Makes sense, right? And their beds were the same. Papa Bear's bed was big, Mama Bear's bed was medium-sized, and Baby Bear's bed was small, just like him. One day, Mama decided to make some porridge or some oatmeal for breakfast. But the porridge was too hot to eat, so while it was cooling, the bears decided to take a walk in the woods. And while they were gone, a little girl named Goldilocks knocked on the door. But no one answered. And what did she do? She went right inside. Was that a good decision? That was not a good choice, was it? If no one is home, you don't know whose house it is. You should not go in. And then she sat down in Papa Bear's chair, and it was too hard. And she sat down in Mama Bear's chair, and it was too soft. And then she sat in Baby Bear's chair, and it was just right. But then she broke it. And then she smelled the porridge, and she tried Papa Bear's porridge, and it was too hot. And she tried Mama Bear's porridge, and it was too cold. And then she tried Baby Bear's porridge, and it was just right, and she ate it all. That wasn't a good choice either, was it? I don't think Baby Bear's gonna be very happy when he comes home, do you? After eating all that porridge, she got kind of tired. So she went and lay down in Papa Bear's great big bed. It was too hard. Then she lay down in the medium-sized bed, and it was too soft. Then she lay down in Baby Bear's bed, and it was just right, and she fell asleep. Meanwhile, the bears came home from their walk. Papa Bear said, "Somebody's been sitting in my chair." And Mama Bear in her medium voice said, "Someone's been sitting in my chair." And Baby Bear in his wee little voice said, "Somebody sat in my chair and they broke it." Papa Bear said, "Someone's been eating my porridge," in his great big voice. And Mama Bear said, "Someone's been eating my porridge," in her middle-sized voice. And Baby Bear said, "Somebody ate my porridge, all gone," in his wee little voice. So then they went upstairs. They went upstairs and they found Goldilocks in Baby Bear's bed. Remember, Papa Bear said, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed," in his big-sized voice. And Mama Bear said, "Someone's been sleeping in my bed," in her middle-sized voice. And Baby Bear said, "Somebody's been sleeping in my bed. There she is." And Goldilocks heard them, and she woke up, and she was so scared when she saw three bears in the house that she ran away and never returned to the three bears' house again. And we said, that was not a good choice of Goldilocks, was it, to go into a stranger's house? Not a good choice at all. First of all, she probably should not be walking alone in the forest. She should have an adult with her. And she should not go to a stranger's house. And she should never, ever go in and eat someone else's food and break their chairs and things. That was not a very kind thing to do. So what do you think would be a better choice for Goldilocks? Think in your brain. Maybe you guys can tell me in comments later what you think would be a better thing for Goldilocks to do. But first I have a really funny story that's kind of the same as the Goldilocks story. It's similar because it's got some of the same things in it, but some of the things are different. It's not exactly the same, it's similar. Remember that word, similar? means it's almost the same. They're kind of the same. And it is called Goatilicks and the Three Bears. And it's written by Erica Pearl. She's the author. And the illustrator is Arthur Howard. Arthur is the illustrator. Arthur is a name, but it sounds very similar to author, doesn't it? Yeah, they almost sound the same. But Arthur is a name and author is a profession or a job. But we're going to read this story called Goatilicks and the Three Bears. Already sounds fun, doesn't it? Kind of a funny thing to have a goat and a bear in the story. Once upon a time, there was a kid named Goatilicks. Does that look like a kid? Did you know that baby goats are called kids? Yeah. People that are young, like you guys, are called kids too, but baby goats are also called kids. And she lived down the road from a family of bears. And when the bears went out for a walk one morning, uh-oh, I bet I know what's gonna happen. Do you know what's gonna happen? Think about what happened in our last story when the bears went out for a walk. Well, you probably guessed what Goatilicks did. She went inside the bear's house. And inside the bear's house, Goatilicks found 3 bowls of porridge. The first taste, she tasted the big bowl, and it was too hot. Ooh, that must be Papa Bear's bowl. And then she tasted the medium-sized bowl, but it was too cold. And then she tasted the little bowl. It was just right. That's Baby Bear's bowl, isn't it? What do you think she's gonna do? She ate it. And the little spoon too. Did you know goats will eat just about anything? So she ate Baby Bear's porridge and his spoon. And then she said, "Bark." Next, Goatilicks found 3 chairs. She tried the big chair, but it was too hard. And then she tried the medium-sized chair, but it was too soft. She sunk right in it. And then she tried the little chair. Ooh, it was just right. So, what do you think she did? What do you think? Think she sat in the chair? I don't know, maybe. And maybe she broke it. Remember in our other story, Goatilicks broke Baby Bear's chair. What do you think Goatilicks is gonna do with Baby Bear's chair? She ate it. Cushions and all. Oh no, she ate Baby Bear's chair. Remember I said, goats will eat just about anything. Look at the look on those fish's face. They are shocked, aren't they? And at this point, Goatilicks began to feel very sleepy. Upstairs, she found 3 beds. And she tested the big bed, Papa Bear's bed, and it was too lumpy and hard. And then she tested Mama Bear's medium-sized bed, and it was too soft and squishy. Looks like a water bed. They're very squishy. And then she tested the little bed. It was just right. So, what do you think she did? Think she got all comfy in Baby Bear's bed and fell asleep like Goatilicks did? I wonder what she did. She ate it. Oh no, Goatilicks. Plus the blanket, 2 pillows, and a pair of pajamas. Oh no. Then, with a contented sigh, Goatilicks fell fast asleep. She was very tired after eating all those things. Shortly thereafter, the bears came home, and you can probably imagine the commotion. Do you know what commotion means? Commotion means there was a lot of stuff going on, probably a lot of noise when they found out what was in their house, maybe some yelling or some crying. Remember Baby Bear in the other story cried because his stuff was broken and gone. Someone's been eating my porridge, said Papa Bear in his big voice. Someone's been eating my porridge, said Mama Bear in her middle-sized voice. Hey, where's my porridge? Asked Baby Bear. His bowl's not even there. She ate the bowl and the spoon and everything, remember? Well, get a load of this, called Papa Bear from the dining room. Someone's been sitting in my chair. Gracious, said Mama Bear. Someone has been sitting in my chair. They knocked it over. Hey, where's my chair? Asked Baby Bear. This is all gone. Do you remember what happened to it? Goldilocks ate it. And then they found the culprit upstairs. My bed, wailed Baby Bear. It's gone. Goldilocks opened her eyes, and above her stood 3 bears. What do you think Goldilocks is going to do? Quickly, she jumped up and she hoofed it for home, which probably sounds like the end of the story. But there's some more to this story. The next day, Goldilocks woke up feeling a little, well, sheepish. That means she felt bad. And then she wanted to make the things right with her neighbors. But how could she fix it? She had eaten Baby Bear's bowl and his spoon and his chair and his bed and his jammies and everything. Wonder what she could do to make it better. Do you have an idea? Outside, she found an answer. What do you think she sees outside her window? See? How could the bears resist? Her gift was so pretty and thoughtful. It was just right. She gave them a nice bouquet of flowers. That was a nice thing to do, wasn't it? It says, for the 3 bears. That was a very kind thing that she did after she did those naughty things and ate all of their things. So, what do you think the bears did when she gave them those flowers? They ate it. And Baby Bear said, "Bark." The end. I really like that story about Goldilocks and the 3 bears. It was kind of similar to Goldilocks and the 3 bears, but it was a little bit different. It had the 3 bears still in it, Mama, Papa, and Baby Bear. That was the same. But Goldilocks was a little bit different, wasn't she? She wasn't a little girl. She was a little kid or a little goat. And she didn't just eat the porridge and break the chair and sleep in the bed. Do you remember what she did? She ate the porridge and the spoon and the bowl and ate Baby Bear's chair and his bed and his jammies. And remember in our first story, Goldilocks just ran away and she never returned to the baby bear or to the bear's house. But in our story about Goldilocks, she felt bad about what she did and she came back to the 3 bears' house to tell them that she was sorry for what she did and bring them something nice to make up for it. So that's how our stories are a little bit the same and a little bit different. So they were similar. Remember that word. So I hope you guys had fun with our story today. I really enjoyed our stories. I thought they were really funny. So we'll come back and we'll see you again. If you guys have any comments or have any, maybe you want to draw a picture about Goldilocks or Goldilocks and the 3 bears, you can drop those in the comments under the story or send them in a message. I hope you guys had fun with our story today. Bye guys.